So, you see, my friends in this room, the fight for civil rights and social justice is not a passing fancy for the UFT. It is something that resonates in our core. It has always been and always will be who we are. And it is in that spirit that the UFT fought on behalf of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender teachers by negotiating broad anti-discrimination language in our contracts that explicitly cover sexual orientation. And our fight extended to LGBT students to create a school where LGBT students could achieve academically without fear of threats, harassment, or violence. That school, the Harvey Milk School, is an innovative, collaborative school now in its 5th year. And every single day, it helps prepare kids, our kids, for college and for work. But underlying the success of Harvey Milk is a concept that I consider sacrosanct. Because in order for kids to achieve, they need first and foremost to feel safe, to be who they are, to be protected from cruel, ignorant, and too often dangerous taunts of the bigoted. That's why the UFT also strongly supported legislation passed by the council, city council, in 2004 requiring city schools to adopt policies to combat bias-based bullying and harassment. Now, I'm not asking everybody in this room to take on every fight for educators and children in the city, although, believe me, my members would be quite appreciative. But I am asking you to take a role in making our society a more tolerant, a more equitable, and a more livable place. And that's what the broader labor movement tries to do every day. I get personally a lot of credit for negotiating domestic partner benefits for municipal workers in the early 90s. It was, at that time, one of the first programs of its kind. But no one does this in a vacuum. First, some very brave teachers helped Bar Lambda brought that case. Can applaud for Lambda. Then my predecessor, Sandy Feldman, was willing to look into the eyes of our colleagues in the municipal labor force, the leaders of the firefighter union, the police union, the sanitation union, as well as others, and convince them that this was a fair, a just, and important measure. And I'm proud of those leaders for moving beyond whatever preconceived notions each may have had in order to agree to this benefit and finding the funds to pay for it. And I'm proud of Chris Quinn for moving and pushing us to pay for even more domestic partner benefits. And I'm also proud of the unions that are here tonight, that are involved in tonight's program. RWDSU, Unite Here, 1199, 32BJ, OPIU, UAW, you're getting my drift. And even my own union, NYSIT. Last couple of things. Alan, our Alan, Van Compel, often talks about the value of labor as an important ally to the LGBT community. Nowhere is that more evident than in the struggle over marriage. Last year, Silda said this, Eve Ensler said this already. Then candidate Elliot Spitzer made a commitment right at this dinner to introduce a marriage equality bill. He delivered. That's important, as did the state assembly when they passed it. But how did we win this important step less than a year after despite Robbie Kaplan's valiant efforts, a year after the highest court in this state refused to grant our right to marry. Many played a role, but as one, myself, who watches Albany really closely, I'm here to tell you, ESPA was the key, and your support was vital for that.